Hello. Hi, everybody. How's everyone doing? I'm back. It was only a short, break thing, but it was it was estimated. I absolutely had no idea how quickly I'd get, reading ability back. And it's okay. It's kind of there. I can read chat. That's the most important thing. It's not, the clearest. It's I guess if any of you wear glasses, it's probably like if you just took your glasses off. Hey, Soul! Still at work? Hey, Beta Vash. Thank you guys for dropping in. I am now using a fresh new microphone. Which you guys and people from the Veggie BL Tail chat got for my birthday. And that's just kind of incredible. But here it is. It's a new mic. Does it sound okay? How is this? Is the volume good? It's not picking up as much background noise, so that's neat. Oh, hello, Cheese Cube, a 3 stream streak. Thank you. Cheese Cube, sorry to call you out in the middle from chat, but did you arrive in my stream while I was doing the birthday stream with 5 and we were playing Creatures 2? Is that where you jumped in? Because that's all I can think about, because they have cheese cubes. It's a very important part of the gameplay is the cheese cubes. So I just associate you with that. You were in that game. And I don't remember seeing you before that, so now I'm just like... yeah, you were in that game. I'm also just really interested if anyone happened to find my stream for the first time while I was playing Creatures 2 of all things. I wonder what it is that pulled anyone in. If you ever watch me play anything, I want it to be Creatures 2. Which I'll probably never do again. Unless every single person is like, we want you to sit there for 3 hours and try to continue to maintain a bunch of digital gremlins' ability to actually eat stuff. Alright, I popped into game a little bit. Just to sort things out. I have picked up... What was his name again? I forgot instantly. I picked up Felix. Felix is my partner right now. I want to do whatever he wants, and I need to heal, so I'm going to heal here. We need to find the creature again. Which one? Wait, which one? You mean you mean the sea creature? That thing that I didn't know what it was. That thing has a name, as it turns out, within the files. Its name is Borland? Borland, the sea monster. Obviously, it's known. There's a page on the wiki, and it doesn't have pictures, and there's, one Reddit thread where someone went, what the hell is this? And everyone went, oh, Borland! And there's some pictures. Just randomly found the stream. Nobody totally told me to follow. Cheese Cube, who do you know? I have no clue. If people know each other in chat, I just don't know these things. Right, we're gonna have a rest. Felix is one of those people who I think if I met him in real life, he would be intimidatingly handsome. You know, in the same vein as Will in Baldur's Gate 3. You wouldn't be able to talk to a guy like that. The whole town relies on each other, so no one is really left behind. There's enough food to go around, but not so much that anything goes to waste. It's cut off from human civilization, but still manages to get by. It's pretty impressive when you think about it. Yeah, just light small talk. While we haven't really gotten to know each other well yet. Okay, I've got to... They do say evolve, so if I forget to say remaster one of these times, it's okay. We're evolving my Boltum bootleg. And I'll level with you guys. I cheated and I looked up how to get it to be the antler thing. This thing. Give me Give me what's literally a horror monster. Oh, look at it. It's not the most exciting color, but it looks, the yellow looks a bit nicer, but it's got a strong magnetic field. So, hell yeah, it does. It's actually made of metal. I like this thing. I might keep this thing. We might have another permanent party member. Let's see how he does in a fight. All right. Yeah, I'm gonna leave it at that, actually. Plasmantler. Right, I'm gonna leave these guys. Thwackalope is just a normal one. And I don't think that evolves into anything. This is our only trainee now, so we've just got one trainee slot. Assuming I keep Plasmantler, I mean, I might do. I remember that Felix's mushroom guy was like weirdly good in a fight. Scavenger's Rex in Cast Iron Shore told me he saw Captain Heather on an island. Okay, so there's like a whole third of the map we haven't really been to. Thank you for telling me about that. I'm gonna put my mouse up here. I actually don't like the mouse tilting the view around. I'm a real killjoy, but I just don't really like it. Okay. It's a solid idea to have several bootlegs, as they tend to get uncommon and rare moves. Oh, I know! I've noticed that they get fucking interesting shit going on. I like that. Like, it's kind of bragging rights, but at the same time, it does give you a good reason to want to have them. If I could find a Thwackalope bootleg, I'd be really interested in that, because I already have Gwillian as an air type, and honestly, the air type is not great from my experience of using it. It's just... So I don't really want a second one, so if I could get a bootleg of a Thwackalope, I'd switch it out. So that I can have something that's not air type twice. Anyway, I'm gonna go and pick up that one free item you get. I'm gonna have to oh, that's right, you have to go. Shoot. Wait. They're level 1. And they're already dead. Whatever, you've already killed one of them. Yeah, I don't have to go around now. Because, like, yes, I got some plastic. Great. Can't I just swim around this slight? Yeah, I can just swim now. It's a piece of corn. Yay. Can be turned into food by basic people, I think that said. Right, I wanna check out what's in this one blank space I haven't seen. Oh no. Swim. Swim. That ice peck. Is it called ice peck? I have that, right? Every time I see it, I'm like, do I have that? Okay, look, there's a bit of land there. I can swim just that far. Here we go. I found the one place I haven't been. Oh, no, okay. Okay, we'll beat this up and then we will see. Pew. Do. Oh, Doggle's got Beast Camouflage? Automatically used at the start of battle, changes the type of the user. Plus experience plot points. Plus 5% range defense. Should we keep that? I mean, his whole thing was not having any attack so that he gets boosts, but like, I kind of want to keep that and see what happens. Okay, a fire attack, and hello, who are you? Hey! Oh, sorry. I really did actually take it already. Puppy bomb! Puppy bomb about to die. Why am I starting with 3 AP? I'm actually not sure. I'm not complaining, except I kind of am. Oh, you don't need this. Why do you have this? I'm gonna be honest, when it's things like, oh god, sorry, I have to remember, this guy has an actual, like, combo attack, and I need to remember. Changes an ally's type. So you use this on yourself, and then, yeah, right. I'm gonna have to remind myself how to do a lot of things, because it has been a hot minute. I don't like that you turn yourself plastic. Like, surely that's not ideal. Oh, hey there, Max. I'm just trying to remember how I do anything. Oh, yeah, I'm good. I actually kind of forgot that if people weren't here for me to explain any of that, me putting "had surgery" in the stream title does actually inspire a little bit of panic. Didn't realize that. Sorry, I'm fine. It was a planned surgery that's like helpful and preventative of other problems. It wasn't something that went wrong. I've actually been trying to get this surgery done for like maybe 2 years, I think. What the hell's this? Oh! No! What do I do? What do I do? Oh! Oh! I see what you mean. Hang on. Yeah. Wait. This could be huge. Hang on. Right, so I understand now. So beast camouflage isn't like related to me being a beast, which I'm not. It changes you into beast. Right. So I want to take this off. I don't even need dog ears on here. I really don't. Should I just take it off so I can get slightly more speed? I only had it on there in case be random gives me... No, wait! I did use it once, didn't I? Did I? I don't think I did. I'm taking that off until something happens where I'm like, man, I wish I had dog ears. Yeah, and then we go over here. And... I mean, we can leave the basic ones. Beast camouflage. Doggles, you are the most useful thing who's ever existed, ever. Okay, so these coatings, I'm gonna move them to the end. They can just live down here. In fact, you can also live here. Hello, Blockhead! Thank you! Thank you for the cheer. I'm glad to be back. I feel like I forgot how to play video games. I mean, that's kind of not all video games. I'm not gonna lie. I came back after having eye surgery, which normally, like, it's not that bad of a surgery. It can be frightening to think about it, but in terms of invasiveness, it's like kind of nothing. So I came back home a couple of hours like after it was done, and physically, okay, actually no, I was kind of physically kind of messed up. Hello, Defed! Nice to see you. I'm so glad to see like all the familiar faces. I mean, I was on streams. I was on Five's birthday stream. So I haven't been like completely gone, but it's nice to see you guys coming back specifically for me. Yeah, my body got a bit fucked up. My sinuses went haywire. When stuff happens to your eyes, your sinuses like don't know what to do with themselves. But I recovered from this one remarkably quickly, stability-wise. Like, it stabilized by the evening, and it wasn't even painful by the time I went to bed, which is kind of insane. I was expecting it to hurt for longer because the other one did. So, my sight is still like a little wonky. I'm waiting for that to really coalesce properly, but that's like a long term, that's gradual. The actual stability was really good right away after the sinus thing went down after a few hours. I didn't have much light sensitivity, which I had the first time. And I wasn't streaming, but I did. I mean, I wanted to get my mind off how uncomfortable it was. So literally the evening after I had the surgery, I was back on Genshin and I was doing the rhythm minigame. I posted a clip of it. I was just like bashing it out, watching like stuff falling on the screen. Like, this is fine. I've just had my eye peeled by lasers, but it's fine. But I was waiting to have that surgery done on both eyes for ages, and I kind of can't believe it's finally done. I've complained about this like on and off for like 2 years. Work update. Saw and pet a beagle and said hi to a customer's cockatoo. That's really good. I'm glad people are bringing their random animals into your workplace. Oh, that's a cute Charmander, but I have no modern Pokemon games. Blockhead, if you want to adopt any of the Pokemon, we do it in Pokemon Home, which you can just download to any smartphone. We don't do it via the actual games. You can put it in the game if you have one, but if you want to own a shiny Charmander in your phone, that we can do that. That's absolutely what these are for. I think a lot of us do that. You just kind of keep them. They're just like a memento or something. What was I doing? Oh yeah, I think we're done. We finished this, right? Plus 10% to all stats. Oh, I see. Like, he wants to use this one. I see. Okay, we're good. That was nice. Now, Sol was like, use dash from the background. Why does it come up when I... Oh my god, this is so finicky. What happened? How did I just like shot into the air. Why is that guy... Hang on, who is that guy? What? Why is there a naked man? Why does the thing pop up when I'm not looking at it? This is bizarre. Oh, for fuck's sake. Wait, why is it slightly... Why was it damaged? Why is this thing taking damage already? Huh? Am I missing something? Oh, it's because right. I have that power up where I used the zoom into it. Right, I forgot I had that. Right, go. Open. Come on. I'm trying to do it around this crab. Move! Okay, so I need to time that better. I can't just do it. No, okay, I need to... Wow, that crab just died. I need to do it so I kind of launch up. Like that. And then I'm here. Go! Ah! I'm gonna die. I'm drowned. I drowned. Who the hell is this guy? Okay, I must have fought him before or something. Go, and then... Nope, I went in the sea, and then I can't move. Is there a different power I need for this, or am I just slow? I can't do it. I'm just holding the key down, and I don't move. Nope. Nope, that doesn't... Okay. This is... Okay, this is the next hour. I nearly had it once, and now I can't remember how I did it. Big jump. Go. Yes! Yes! sticky tongue. Great. I'm glad we did that. Okay, right. Well, now I've completed this whole thing. This is just a giant pit up there. That's great. Metal. Oh, yeah, we met. Didn't we meet that person? Okay. What is in my quest log exactly? Okay, I'm gonna start doing stuff in my quest log from like the bottom. Can I shrink the... No, I can't. I'm gonna do them based on distance from the places I've already seen. I have already discovered this, so I'm doing that one. So let's go up here. My objectives right now are work my way through quests, and if I see... Oh god, don't do that. I need to adopt any monsters that I do not yet have. I'm trying to remember if you can get through if you go around this way. Bridge. Bridge? Button. Button. Let me the fuck up here. Boop. What does this do? Fusion. Okay, is that permanent? How do I... Okay, wait. Wait. There's a rock here. Okay, if I'm here, I can probably... Well, let's save the game. I can probably... Yeah. Double moth. Sure. Look at this strategy. 4 turns of beast coating, but he's gonna like get rid of it immediately, right? Actually, no. Sorry, I forgot how to play. We're gonna just do a light attack, and you can actually do this. Moth 2! Which moth will come out? Don't do that. Go away. Okay, we made it painted it just grime. Yeah, I'm gonna do my thing with Gwillian is using big attacks and just hoping that it comes out with the refund so I can do the actual attack I want to do. Okay, so what's the difference between camouflage and coating? Oh, coating can be used on an ally. Camouflage is only on the user. Okay, you can be plastic. Yay! Uh-oh. Damn. Well, it's a good thing Gwillian is powerful as all hell. I painted you beige, which makes me the winner. It's a good thing we didn't get a bootleg from this, though, because then I would have been like... No, wait, I do want a bootleg, so I can turn it into the branch evolution that I didn't do. Okay, you're still taunted, so yeah. This moth just getting bored while we lightly tap it. I don't want to bother painting myself and then transferring it. There we go. Did that thing spin as it went off screen like fucking papyrus? Oh, it gives poison. Okay, good, interesting. I mean, it's good to have a really reliable source of that. Neat. All right, how far away are we? All right, so it's just like the next one along. I know I've been here before, but I don't... Oh yeah, this is where H-bomb is. Oh no, this is a different H-bomb. Diogenes is here. Oh wow. Wow, you got fucked up, man. Oh, he's got 3 of these? Is there some kind of in-joke about Diogenes and the fact that he's got 3, or that one of them is a lizard? Alright, you tell you what. It is time for ad break. So I'm gonna just shift over here. I'm gonna warn for ads. And then in the meantime, I'm gonna look up who Diogenes was. Come on, everyone. Let's all go on a learning adventure. Let me just... Was he the one who lived in a barrel? An ancient Greek philosopher during the period of classical Greece, one of the founders of cynicism. Hell yeah, boy. He lived in... Is it ascetic or ascetic lifestyle? Ba-da-ba-da-ba-ba. His life took a dramatic turn following a scandal involving the debasement of coinage. An event which led to his exile and his radical rejection of conventional values. I mean, I get it. I completely... Who hasn't been there? I feel like he's like the go-to relatable Greek philosopher. What the hell what happened with the debasement of coinage? I like how it says, as a child, Diogenes learned to read, write, and quote both epic and tragic verses. Like the typical thing that you teach your child. Privileged upbringing. Right, what happened? What happened? Seeking guidance from Apollo's oracle at Delphi on how to gain renown, Diogenes was told to adulterate the currency. Misinterpreting the phrase, he took it literally without realizing its figurative sense. Okay, I'm sorry, I don't understand what either the figurative or literal sense of doing that would be. What does that mean? What did he do? Hang on, I'm checking the sources. Tell me, hang on. It's just giving me books that I don't have. The Greek word nomisma is indeed ambiguous, as it can refer to both coinage and social institutions. Okay, so being told... Hang on. Being told to adulterate the currency was like metaphorical, like you don't actually fuck around with currency, like maybe it meant manipulate the social currency that you control in your favor. And he went, right, fuck up the banks, got it, and then did that. I'm just making stuff up, I don't know. He's the subject of a lot of works of art, though, which is interesting. One thing I always think is so... Sorry, the Cassette Beast soundtrack just started going absolutely ham. I didn't know it went this hard, because I've never had a fight last this long, apparently. Isn't it so tragic that we cannot show any of the enormously influential figures of history, the immense amount of influence they had on the world? We can't show them the works of art that have been made depicting them or their struggles or their points of view. And if that ever happens to you, you probably won't know either. Although I think probably we're in a kind of time period where that doesn't happen anymore. Does it? Like, we don't ever... Anyone who's worth anything in society is famous now, it's extremely unlikely that people are going to reach back like 1,000 years from now and pick out someone who was not as venerated and then start venerating them. Or maybe this is just me talking out of my ass because we already, it's skewed. It's the what's the word for that? The picture of the plane with all the bullet holes on it, and it only survived because it got hit in those areas, but you misinterpreted as meaning that a plane is getting hit in those areas, so you need to protect them. I forgot what the name of it is. Like, the only reason we know about the so-and-so Greek philosopher is because they were of note during their own era and then continued to be. So maybe I don't know. What are we talking about? I wonder if I can kill Diogenes before he gets all 3 of his monsters out. He's like shirtless. Yeah, we killed him. We fucking killed him. Do I get all the experience, or do I only get it for one of the monsters? If only that great idiot Plato could see this island. Okay. Alright, that's Bullet Valley. I remember Bullet Valley, and I'm supposed to go down there, but also, what is up here again? Suddenly, the music... What was going on there? That's weird. Thank you, Felix. I'm aware of that. Hits you with a paintbrush, dies. So I've been up here, right? Because I remember this guy. Are those... Oh. What are you doing? Yes, I do remember this altar. Leave me alone. Oh, God. Hi. I don't want to do this. Oh, hi there, Simple Simon. What is that icon you have? Elden Ring Superfan badge. I'm just gonna bite them so I can regain some HP, I guess. So I now have the ability to paint anything and turn it into a beast, which is kind of metal if you think about it. Aw. Thwacks you. Turns you into a beast and kills you. Right, what were we doing? Right, I'm going this way. Do. Hello, Modfox. Oh. Hello, I can do this. Thank you. What did that do? I'm glad to be here. There is a... Oh, I see. There were lots of... What? Hang on. Oh, okay. I had to load? Okay. It's really good. I have type advantage. No, you don't. That's extremely true, but that does also mean that I would have to figure out any of the type advantages. Retribution. Raises stats when an ally is defeated. So you could just put this passive on. Ethereal tape for, Ooh, astral ones. Astral ones are like the rarest one, right? That water looks bad. Like you don't want to mess around with that water. Let's just break these. I think they've had it too good for too long. Okay, what is up here? Ham. It's just ham. Oh, I can't get up there. Oh man. Yeah, like there are times when even I, while paying as much attention as I am, have been like, man, I wish this guy didn't have that type that he does. So yeah, I can be aware of that. What? Okay, this moth is just, yeah, move. A switch. What is going on with the hitbox on these switches? Whoa! Okay. Huh? Woo. Okay. Thank you, Felix. I'm aware of that, actually. Hi. Oh, that's the guy we were looking for. I forgot what we were doing.
Levi Lodestein.
Okay, who's this voice actor? I'm so paranoid about this because they say so little. So there's gonna be some really big name guy, right? And they'll say their name and I won't realize that it's fucking Yuri Lowenthal. Hang on. Lodestein. This is fucking Sean Chiplock. This is Sean Chiplock. This is. They fixed D-Luke. He's hot now. He sounded like a sim. Hang on. Everyone shh. Everyone shh. Oh shit! I just realized. Hang on. I'm still using my reactive from Five's birthday. I didn't realize. I'm just sitting here with a big ribbon on me that says "Happy Birthday, Five-Tail," and you guys didn't say anything. There we go. Okay, I like his I really like his. What the fuck is it called when you wear a onesie and you're an electrician? I like it. I really like that it's got the like lightning bolts in the way it attaches. That's just good ass fun design. Okay, everyone's just. It's always Five's birthday somewhere. Hello, edible dragon. Okay, everyone just. Gonna listen to see if he says like more than one word. No, not yet. We harness electricity for the town's power grid, but we have no idea how they really work.
Well...
Thank you, Sean. There's a unique kind of background electricity here on New World that these pylons can conduct and store. They wouldn't work on Earth at all. Earth's atmosphere doesn't work that way. Well, that's interesting, but also, do you come from my Earth? I mean, I guess it doesn't matter. Who knows at this point? No, yeah, jumpsuit. I was trying to remember the word jumpsuit and I couldn't. I thought there was a bit I wasn't in on with the birthday ribbon. No, it was just I forgot that I did that. And the funnier thing is that I used it for 2 streams. One was the 5 birthday stream, and bingo. The bingo that was on 5's actual birthday. I used it, and the actual birthday stream. The guests were on the left side of the screen and they were flipped, so you couldn't read it anyway. Yeah, I guess. Sure.
Great.
I mean, it's giving so much electric type Pokemon gym leader, but at the same time, types don't work like that, so giving them typing theming is just kind of funnier.
Best of luck.
Thanks, Sean. Okay, where we have a slight level advantage, and Felix is half health, and also we just gave them multi-target because I hate being an air type. This sucks. All right, we'll just see what happens. I shouldn't have done that because he actually got multi-target for 6 turns. Because I'm really stupid. I thought you were celebrating 5's birthday year-round going forward. That's not a bad idea. God, I took so much damage. Let's try and not take that much damage. I've already done paint swipe, so I need to... hang on, let's just poison everybody. You're gonna die, Felix, but we can poison them a little bit. Ow. Yeah, there we go. Alright, Doggles, as is customary, you are up. Do you have any pencils? I think I do. I just kind of didn't. Alright, Doggles, what do you got for us? Zoomies. Okay, that's not great. Doggles is such a tank. Look at that. Ow. Damn, no refund. Okay, well, we can take out this guy. Pumped camouflage. Okay.
Shocking.
Sorry, there is something so funny to me about hiring like pretty big industry names to do the voices. And then all they say is like 3 words that rotate through their dialogue. What the hell is up with... Oh, it's just a headlamp. I forgot that that was a headlamp. I thought it was like goggles, but for a cyclops. Is the poison on the paintbrush lead paint? I mean, I guess it is now. My dog is now green. Oh, you have one of these cool guys. Of course you do. Okay, we're just gonna bite and hope. Yeah, refund! Oh, okay. Defense up. Oh god, batteries. No, no! Battery's such a huge attack. God damn it. Well, you're still poisoned. Okay, now you aren't. It's fine. It's fine. We're gonna use this guy. Okay, that's a bad idea. I shouldn't have done that because this is an air type and he's just gonna give them more multi-target status. So that's shit. Okay, what the hell do you have? That's pretty good. Do I want to put an elemental wall up? Why do you have both of these? You know what? Fine. Fine, we'll try and kill you and then it won't matter that you have multi-target. Doggles. Doggles, that isn't helping. Oh, Christ! No! Okay. I'm gonna take a chance on Doggles here. Doggles gets healed. Doggles! Oh, okay. Alright, sure. They are doing a lot of damage. I want you to know I have a gift whenever we do the multiplayer shenanigans. Since you can trade cassettes. Oh, absolutely. I assume there isn't anything that you want me to give you. Which, I mean, I would if there was anything you want, but the games don't really differ in any way. So there's nothing I have that you couldn't get as a player who knows more about this. You know what? What if we just did a wall and protected ourselves while Doggles tries? Okay. Oh! How is Doggles killing it this hard? Damn. That... Okay. Alright, so Thwackalope was not a good choice for that, but we're moving on. Every time I use this guy, I'm always really surprised by how well he does. Let's see. Ray's arms just makes me laugh. I think it's this, isn't it? Like, when he comes in, he's usually got enough to use this. You also have... Oh, yeah, he still has Haunt. We just kind of left that on there. Yeah, go for it. Damn, it didn't kill. Oh, no. You couldn't have done, like, the tiniest little attack. Ow! You couldn't have killed it, so it couldn't have obliterated you? Yikes. Okay, well, fire with fire or something. Wow, that's big. Hits one target multiple times. How many? That's a long way off. Hits the user's melee defense stat. Uses the user's melee defense instead of melee attack. Damages the user. Hits a whole team. I don't want to use air attacks. You know what? Just take care of it. Fine. Fine. Just do that. Alright. We can use the big guns now. What is your melee defense stat at? Okay, go for it. Doggles! That's the type you already are! Okay. Did we do it? Was that the only... Yeah, there we go. I'll be honest, I've played this game a lot and I struggled to recall if I ever saw Bolt from the Blue. Interesting. Rare Magnet. Prevents opponents from targeting users' allies. Oh, so it's an auto-taunt. Is this guy like... I need to look at this guy's defense stat and also... Oh my god, an uncommon preemptive strike that does plus 3% damage. 3% isn't like a lot. Oh, this guy's all about statuses. That's nice. Oh, it just kept snowing through to the end there. Plonk. Yay. Next is conductive, fusion material. I'm still listening if you're going to say anything else, Sean. Or should I say Mr. Chiplock? Hey, Felix, you scared me. This music is so melancholy and there's clearly an area of snow over there. Felix is a butterfree. Okay, well I need to heal, I need to heal first, I think. This moody music is... I really like it. And at the same time... Yeah, we just killed that thing. Okay, okay, hang on. I'm gonna look at it. I'm just gonna look at it. We won't fight it. How do I get up there? Can I... Yeah. I'm just gonna look, and if it is a bootleg, then... Okay, it has a red name if it's a bootleg, right? Can you see it on this? No, I know. I know, if I heal, it won't be there anymore. It's fine. It's fine. It's literally watching us from this stone cliff right above. Oh, thank you, Just Phantom. Red outline. I couldn't remember from having seen it before, because I've only seen it like a handful of times. Have you ever eaten butter tarts? Was it raisins? What's a butter tart? Is it like... Well, hang on, but tarts have butter in them. So what... Hang on. Is it like a tart that's just a base with butter on it? Hey there, maniacal cat. Who are we romancing? I thought it should have been obvious by now who I favored. If it's not, then maybe I'm a little bit more subtle than I expected. It's obvious when it does show up. You'd think so. Sometimes I can ignore even the most obvious things. I was like, your broken legs have been repaired. Oh shit! It's time to do this. Okay, okay, hang on. No, I'm allowed to look this one up because I'm making my own rules. Mascora rattle. Come on, Cassette Beasts Wiki. It's gotten stuck on performing a TLS handshake. If I wasn't streaming right now, I'd be like, is my internet even on? Cassette Beasts rattle. I'm gonna have to look up random articles. I don't care about cookies. Okay, hang on. Okay, this branches into like 3 things. Worm. I'm looking up what this thing turns into and what the requirements are. So I can't get the freaky ass one because it needs to have a certain sticker on, and I haven't done that. Well, I mean, I could say no and then go and do it. It's a water type bootleg though. So like, what makes sense? I could just make it Jorman gold. I think maybe I'll do that. How do I get that? Because every time I see that, I'm like, damn, that thing looks cool. Okay, so it's one of these. Use a thunderstone. Ruthless is the really cool one, and is elegance the Medusa? Yeah, ruthlessness, yeah. Because, like, look at that shit. Look at that. Jorman Gold's wings aren't actually capable of making the huge serpent airborne. They help it slither along the ground at great speeds. That's kind of terrifying. Neat. Still raining. Okay. With that, I'm going to put this guy in storage. And I'm going to grab us a new trainee. Which I do by making sure I've evolved everyone, like, once. Who is next? That's evolved, apparently. This thing! Oh my god, sorry, I need a drink. Brackets, I haven't been paying attention in the slightest this entire playthrough. Hey, Scenes! You saw, yeah, I made a, it's funny because like you make an I'm live announcement, but then you can also attach a little thing to the I'm live announcement that says, by the way, I'm live. I guess it's more useful if you are someone who has posts like cycling around the ecosystem, and then someone can see your profile picture as well. A butter tart is a Canadian pastry with butter and maple syrup. I want to Google this actually. Where did he get this from? Because I say he. I'm pretty sure the guy who made the game is a he, and he comes from like Brighton. As far as I remember. Hey, Rainbow Dragon! Hello! Are you doing good? Are you okay? You have been DMing me, and I asked you that earlier, and I didn't read them yet because I was streaming. Yeah, this is so many people. This is like the most people I've had at a stream that wasn't a special thing with guests or anything, and without a raid. That's kind of amazing. Hi everybody. All right, butter tart. What is it? Butter tart. What? Canadian maple syrup egg. It would be maple syrup, wouldn't it? I mean, I guess I'd eat it. I guess. Populare. Forget me when you're famous. I could never forget you, Scenes. I could forget a lot of people, but Not you. Does this guy turn into something? I can check that. Let's put him in the party. I'm curious. Are people here just... Oh my god, it's still here. I can go and kick its ass. Bestiary. Funny little noises. Okay. The thing I just added is a... dive eel. Yeah, this turns into something, so we'll keep it until it changes form. Wasman, can you come back when you can be like just a little more normal around people? Do. I'm the top Cassette Beast streamer right now. I don't think a lot of people do stream this. Yeah, hi Maniacal Cat. I do stuff with Veggie and Tail. What the hell? It's gone. Where'd it go? It's gone. Okay. Well, never mind. I don't think it was shiny. Okay, judging by what's like the next nearest thing. I could go and investigate the cackling rumor. In fact, I probably should, because I haven't even... There's clearly a bridge there that I have not investigated. I got ambushed by slimes in the marshes. And then there's this whole thing. Okay, let's do this area. Let's just leave here and go home. So we didn't need to camp out in the wilderness for any reason. Hello, moving signposts on the lake. If you stand on the buttons in the right order. Oh, okay, that's probably something I was trying to do and failing at. Do 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 do. Loading. It's fun that they do. Hello. It's fun that they do instrumental and voice versions of songs depending on certain things, because then you can like learn the tune, and then when it's the instrumental version, you can just go ham. Hello. I landed on its head. Okay, that's normal, right? I mean, I say that's normal. That's clearly a very weird thing, but... Oh, just Phantom. The music is the reason I'm playing this at all. This, specifically this track. I listened to this track so many times that I basically just had to kind of admit that it had to be worth playing. I wanted to know the context for what this song is for. I fell extra in love with this game because of where it's pretending to be. That's a really interesting way of saying now. I might be missing something. What do you mean where it's pretending to be? Do you mean like the setting, the area? I'm fascinated by the way you phrased that. They just laugh when you kill them. Oh yeah, you just find new world fascinating. I thought it was kind of a buried lead, like regular Wirral, but not. Yeah, like there's a place called like was it New London? And you're like, okay, so they knew about real London. At least someone who named it. And then it got fucked up. And hello, this thing. What is this made out of? I can only tell what. It's one of the moth things, right? Because it's got the what are the mandibles. This is beast and plastic, so no, let's poison you actually. Tired Coffee Gay. Thank you for the raid. Let me give you a shout out real quick. Actually, let me start my next turn. Did I do the painting? Did I paint myself? I wasn't paying it. Oh, I didn't. I poisoned him. There we go. Shout out Tired Coffee Gay. There we go. The lore was one of the things that blindsided me. I was like, I didn't know it was gonna be this interesting, and I don't know why. It was a weird assumption. Hang on. Okay, so the raid message. So about Birch times Neroli Yowie, which is relevant to the stream somehow. There's a whole bit going on in this sentence. Okay, so let's talk about Birch times Neroli Yowie. Which one was Neroli again? Wait, I need to remind myself. I've forgotten my Pokemon professors. Professor. I mean, you'd think I would know. Oh, right, he's the one from Sleep who's like hot as hell. Right. Birch can't handle Professor Neroli. Birch cannot manage any of that. I'm sorry, he's a twig. He's awkward and shy. I just don't think that's working. Sorry, oh, okay, you're talking about yourselves, that's fine. You know what, hang on, give me a second. I want to show you guys something. I know it was in my recent post history somewhere. I know I saw it. There it is. Let me just get this. Hang on. Can I get a link, please? Copy link. No, I need this to be permalink. How the hell do you get permalinks for Tumblr posts in this goddamn day and age? Okay, I'm just typing it myself. Tumblr is an ecosystem of ridiculous. Buy my Charmander, by the way. There it is. Okay. Here is a post from my Tumblr. I would like to show you guys. Related to what Tired Coffee Gay has brought into the chat today, I made a poll on Tumblr a little over a year ago. Is that all it was? I thought this was ages ago. And I asked people, who is the most fuckable male professor? And I didn't include all of them because there's a lot of professors and I don't have to. This got nearly 3,000 notes. And can I see the results? 13,000 votes were cast in this poll. And yeah, Sycamore won. Unfortunately, it's kind of the one you would expect. But like, on the one hand, I can't blame people. This is the bad place. No, I mean, I can't blame them. He's made for that. He's French. He's skinny. He's got hair that looks like he just rolled out of bed. I really cannot blame people. I can blame them for designing him. I get fucked up French. No. And he's French. I'm not gonna tell people that they are wrong. But on the bright side, wait a second. That's Birch. I'm so sorry. I got Birch mixed up with someone else. I'm handing in my Pokemon Professor knowing credentials. Tired Coffee Gay, you have to keep going in my stead. No, wait, don't go yet. You need to listen to my apology. I got them mixed up. You said Birch and I was thinking of Elm. I was thinking of Elm. I didn't mean what I said. I'm so sorry. No, you're absolutely right. Neroli and Birch can go and they can do whatever they want. That's fine. Elvis, I'm so sorry. I got the trees mixed up in the back of my head. They're only one generation apart. I forgot which was which. I seriously thought the shitty idiot from the beginning of Gold Silver was Birch for some reason. Anyway, the reason I made this poll was because I wanted to see how professors like Fried and Jacques measured up against ones people already knew specifically, and I wanted to see if Neroli could beat other characters as he should. Oh, there's nothing wrong with Professor Elm. I just like making fun of him. But yeah, so the poll was Sycamore won, and then Neroli came second, then Birch. I'm not gonna say who my pick was because he lost, but like one of the biggest responses I had to this poll was people going, "You didn't put in Professor blah blah blah. You didn't put in Professor Oak." And I'd fuck him. And I'm like, look, it's my poll. I don't have to give you every single legitimately, technically right option. I can truncate it to whatever the hell I think. You make your own poll. You try and get 13,000 votes. I think I'd have voted Jacques. That was, I'm not going to name names, but a friend of mine was kind of into him for a bit, so that's why I put him on there, just like see how they stacked up. This was low-key like me pitting my chosen professor and my friend's chosen professor against each other and seeing which was technically the most popular, with 4 red herrings in there. I see I voted Neroli. I don't know any of them. It's fine. I put the pictures in there so that people could do it like on vibes. Okay, what was I doing? Back to the game. Let's try and restore a bit of health, and you are painted. I always forget I've got to kill its component parts once it's dead. Okay, I'm losing. they both continue to be, no wait, I don't know if they continue to be plastic because one of them is plastic. The spring heel just like absorbed the plastic. Oh no, okay, he just did. Okay, all right, Doggles. It's all down to you, I guess. All right. Okay, he's decided to do statuses this fight, apparently. Ow. I'm level 44. How are you doing this to me? You're blue now. That's my attack. Why don't I just poison it? This is what the microplastics will do to you someday. A lot of this game I spent just grinding at one point because I was progressing faster than I was leveling up. I've got no clue how I'm doing in regards. I mean, I haven't been out leveled, so I guess I'm okay. But that might have something to do with the fact that every single time I see a fusion monster, I have to fight it no matter what, because I want to hear the music. Great job, Doggles. That's not helping, but I do like the sleep mechanics, I think. The idea of it's not really, you can't make it advantageous to you, but there's just a really, really small chance that your sleep attacks will actually work. It's very funny. I like how much this game revolves around just... Well, that would be funny. That would be funny if that happened. Okay, just smack it. I think we're nearly there. Your tells are whether you can survive the beasts in an area and how you measure up to story-related fights. I've been okay, so I reckon I don't need to grind, but I don't know how high the levels may get in the future, you know. Do. Look at him, he's so happy to be here. You guys love getting elemental wall as an attack. Yeah, so I haven't felt the need to, God, do I need to heal already? I should just go back and heal. We didn't even make it out of the city, but now we've done the fusion fight, so let's go heal. Whatever. You want to hear something kind of weird? I used to have a scar on my upper right arm here. I fell into a chain fence as a kid and cut my arm real bad. It's not there anymore ever since I arrived here in New Wirral. I don't know what that means. I just thought it was interesting. Will it come back if I get to go back home? It makes me wonder. Okay. Well, that was a very leading, little snippet of information. I have voiced, I love going back to heal at every opportunity. It's my favorite. I have voiced the suspicion that this might... Oh, cool, new monster stickers. Not right now, Felix. I don't want to, like, yell, we died and we're in purgatory, because that's such a... I'm not going to say boring. It's the thing that everyone, like, assumes is happening when anything of any, like, weird nature occurs. And I don't want to be the kind of person... There's no bridge. There's a bridge on the map. There's a bridge on the map. There's a bridge. It's a little cliche. Do you guys remember... I'm hesitant to bring this up because I could talk about this literally for hours. Do you guys remember the... Oh my god, really? Hang on, I'll be back in a second. Do you guys remember the hit TV series Lost? Do you guys remember Lost? I can't get up there. I literally can't get up there. Wait. Because I didn't watch Lost when it... Felix! I was going to bring up Lost. Lost makes me angry. How do I get up there again? I don't remember. There's platforms that go all the way down here. What was this? Oh, right. These are levitation things. Right. I didn't watch Lost when it, like, came out. When it was just beginning and everyone was starting to get into it, and you had people like... I was in high school, and you had people in school who would, like... oh god, I can't press this button the way that I've laid out these buttons. I thought it sounded kind of tepid. Like, I could tell everyone was getting really hyped up about the idea of... Hang on, I'll use both hands. Everyone was getting really into the idea of what the numbers might mean and whatever. And I could kind of tell it wasn't gonna be what they were hoping it would be. It sounded kind of like a trick to get people interested, and I think it kind of was. But one of the theories everybody had, because it was very weird and, you know... everyone was like, well, what's going on here? Maybe they didn't crash land on an island. Maybe they all died in the plane crash and they are actually in purgatory. And that wasn't the worst idea. You could see why people were saying that. Like, they could have easily been in a plane crash. It made some sort of sense. But that wasn't what happened. They did actually crash the plane and survive. Hurley dies in a realm reborn. Well, there is the raid message. Thank you for that. You can see why people thought that. And as far as making up stuff to try and figure out what's happening in a TV series, that made sense. It made sense to be like, what if they died? There was a plane crash and now weird things are happening and we aren't sure what's really real. And it does seem at times like it's kind of, there's an unreality thing going on. But it wasn't. That really happened in real life. Those people crashed on the island and then had to deal with that. But then, as Diffed is saying, in the final season, it changed into a split timeline where one timeline was if they had never crashed on the island, and one was they are on the island. And then it turned out that the one where they didn't crash on the island and didn't know each other was them in the future in purgatory, having died. Like, it wasn't to begin with. They hadn't died and they were in the afterlife in Lost to begin with, but then apparently they liked that idea and they put it in the final season instead. I wouldn't say I liked Lost. I wouldn't say that it was like an enjoyable pastime. Oh shit. No, I can't do this. Lost, but they're stuck in the middle of a really busy roundabout. That's kind of hilarious, actually. What if they just thought... That's creepy as hell. What if they just thought that they were lost on a deserted island and they were actually just in the middle of a wildlife preserve or something? You know what? Fine. This one's easier. Oh my god. I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that. Let me back up. Let me back up on... No. No. It's not even in the water. It's called Lost because that's how it makes you feel. Felix, you don't have to do that. We won. We already won. Brushroom has 5 stars. Why was that so fast? Why did Brushroom level up so quickly? Excuse me. I'm on some sort of fail. Oh, I could have electrified my way up here. If it's a wildlife preserve, you've just made the village. Which one is the village? Is that like a new thing or is that an old thing? I'm thinking of like the island. Was it called the island? Like that 80s thing? Okay, this is genuinely impossible with the way I have decided to put my keys. So bear with me. This is terrible. I could do this if I wasn't insane. Shit, it's gone. It's fucking gone. And I don't even know how to open this. Oh. Well, at least I get that, I guess. Fine. Fine. Wait. What do you mean I need to bring something? Felix, go down there and bring me... I can't be doing this. Ending of Lost, less offensive than the ending of... What? Better Saul Gall? Sorry, what is that? What? I don't know. I don't recognize the acronym. Battlestar Galactica. Not Better Saul Gall. There's one episode where astronauts crash in the desert, not even that far away from a city, but they think they're on another planet. That's the good shit. That's what you want in your TV series. Like, you think it's Planet of the Apes or whatever, and then they find out that there was a Futurama episode where that happened, where Fry very understandably thinks that he's gone several thousand years into the future because he wakes up in an absolute wasteland, and all he can find of civilization is a group of seemingly feral children, and then he tries to integrate with them because he thinks that's all that's left of humanity. And then the kid's parents turn up, and it turns out he was just in LA. That was literally the only thing I was thinking about when I went to LA myself. I don't know what happened in Battlestar Galactica. I thought people really liked Battlestar Galactica because I've heard it mentioned and it's pretty old. Better Saul Gall was a great historical dramedy. That's very, very good. That's incredible. I kind of want to make that the raid message. Feral LA children. That's also a good... There's so many good raid messages. You know what? Maybe we can do all three of these. I think we should do all three. What time is it? We got half an hour left, and I'm gonna raid Veggie BL Tail. Maybe you guys can just pick your favorite one of these three. I'm gonna pin this because I think this is extremely clever. But I like all three of these, and I think you should get to pick. What the hell are we doing? I was trying to explore the other side of the map, and then I got distracted, and then I started talking about Lost. And if I start talking about Lost, we will be here for days. Oh shit, there's a vampire. We could kill him. Hey, what are you doing? Shut up. Oh my god. He's in like a t-shirt and shorts because he's at the beach. What is wrong with these guys? The water left over from water type attacks is absorbed. Oh, it heals them. Right. This thing does look cool. I like these. You're allowed to get distracted on this map as long as you don't go out of your depth. You can find fun things. Oh yeah, of course. If I get distracted too long, I will not stop talking about Lost. Okay. The problem is that Battlestar Galactica is incredibly strong until the second half of the final episode. Oh, that's awful. That's really awful. I mean, you have my utmost condolences because that's literally the worst thing that can happen if you're a fan of a TV series. Actually, technically, the worst thing that could happen in a TV series is probably that it never ends and it keeps going and it keeps getting worse. That's the worst thing. But being really, really good until like there's 20 minutes left and then suddenly that's awful. That's really bad. I'm so sorry. What was Battlestar Galactica about? What does this lever do? Oh, it's one of these. Can this thing leave me alone? I've got some of this. Leave me alone. I've got a puzzle to be bad at. Hang on, I'll read chat in a second. This is not as hard as the other one. If your HP is above 80% and you receive an attack that would reduce it to 0, you survive with 1 HP. That's a pretty good passive because you can just leave it on and forget about it. This is allowed to be a stream where you talk about Lost. It is your stream. I love being reminded that it's my stream and I can do what I want. It has the same ending as the final ending of Final Fantasy 13 Lightning Returns. That's a very specific thing to be able to say it's the same ending. I didn't play that bit. I played FF13 for like 200 hours. Okay, maybe not that much. I played a lot of it. And I got to a fight that I couldn't win. It was one of those ones where it was timed. You know, I say timed, and you're thinking, oh man, it must have been like 3 minutes, 5 minutes long, and you couldn't get it within the time. No, the timer was 30 minutes, and I couldn't do it. which means you spend 30 minutes trying to beat the boss. And then I couldn't do it. That was 13. And then I never went on to the next one. I spent so long, like I was grinding, I was running around in circles, grinding the team up. I was trying so hard to really get into it. And that fight just made me, I had to sit down and be like, I haven't been having fun for these last 200 hours. I'm just not gonna keep going. It takes a lot for me to actually drop a game. But yeah, I'm afraid that was my experience with 13. I really tried to get behind it, and I was too young to like actually crystallize the idea that I wasn't enjoying it. But most of it was that fuck-ass boss wall that took half an hour, and I couldn't do it, despite having grinded for ages. My favorite part of the Battlestar Galactica ending was when one character committed suicide by shooting themselves in their head, and then in a lot of markets, it cut straight to a Campbell's soup. Oh my god! Oh fuck, we need to do ad break. Hang on. Hang on. Ad warning. Ads are about to run while we sit here and we discuss weird things happening in TV series. What do you mean they cut to a soup commercial with a splash of tomato soup? Oh my god! Battlestar Galactica is summarized as the 12 colonies of humanity are wiped in a surprise attack by robot cyclones. Is it gonna be a Campbell's soup ad? Ah! If it is, you gotta tell me. What are they advertising nowadays, by the way? Yeah, we'll go to ad break and it's gonna be that exact soup. I don't know anything about Battlestar Galactica. Like, I haven't absorbed anything. Me and Five call it like fandom osmosis, where your proximity to people liking other things helps you to absorb certain details about those things because they'll talk about it. Like with fondness, or maybe even if through a rant. But Battlestar Galactica I've heard about often, and I've never picked up anything actually about it. The last Battlestar, a fuck-off human battleship, goes off to find the lost fabled 13th human colony, Earth. Okay, wait a minute. Which way around is this? Is this our timeline and the 13th human colony is our Earth, but at some point it was lost to the surviving colonies? That's a mystery. Okay, that's more interesting than I was giving it credit for, because usually you assume that space sci-fi series that are kind of in the vein of Star Trek have our history as their history, you know what I mean? And then the deviations from that will be made known to you, or the deviations may begin with the fiction of them beginning space travel and now it's in the future and you'll find out as you go. But the fact that Earth could be a lost human colony and it was the 13th one raises so many questions all at once. It immediately becomes like kind of a that's what a hook is. That's how you describe a plot hook. Is usually something like that, where what's been implied by that sentence raises a lot of questions. And that's a really good segue back into Lost, because one of the things you gotta learn to do when you're writing is to present the audience with questions. And it's one of the most really basic fundamental things. You've got to it's how people stay interested. It's why people do things like I forgot the name of it. There's a Latin name, you know, when you open a story and you're already like right there in the middle of something happening and you're just figuring out what the hell this is about on the fly. You got to present an audience with questions that they need answers to, and that's why they continue in media res. Thank you. That's why they continue to want to consume your story. This is like one of the most basic things you'll kind of learn when you're just starting to do story writing. Yes, thank you. I usually remember that really well, but for some reason I didn't right now. And sometimes you get a property like the TV series Lost, which is built entirely on a constant supply of active questions. They know how to do that, and they do it like unendingly. It's just question. You see them, the plane explodes in midair, you see them land on the island, and you see them trying to survive, and you now have a million questions, especially crucially as they start to introduce more about the characters themselves, and then you transition from how did the plane crash, why are they on this island in particular, is anyone coming to find them, will they be able to survive, transitions as they start getting into the meat of the characters to why is that character like that, why did that character do that weird thing, why isn't that character as concerned as the others, and it's such a good transition from the immediacy of setting questions into the character-based series that Lost actually is. And that was why I ended up actually liking it when I tried it. I didn't like the questions that were like, why do they keep seeing this weird series of numbers? Why is there a horse on this island? Why is there a weird noise in the trees sometimes? That's like, okay, fine. I mean, those are questions, but they're not the most interesting thing to me. Actually, I'm going to swap back because the music is probably nicer. It's not the most interesting thing to my mind, because the writers can make up any answer to those questions that they feel like. They are just making stuff up, and they technically could just keep making stuff up along those lines as much as they want. So while it's an interesting question in a sense, it's just stuff that they're inventing, and they could even be doing on the fly, and I think they may have sometimes done on the fly. What's more interesting and compelling is when you have a character do something and then you have to explain why that character's doing that, because you have to make that make sense and line up. So for example, I think at the beginning of Lost you see Kate being really wary of authority figures. She's very cagey when they start talking about the policeman who was on the plane, and she's very concerned with going to the broken off part of the plane that had the luggage in it. And all of those things are connective tissue into why she is the way she is. She was a convict being escorted by the policeman on the plane. He was there for her, and she doesn't want the others to find that out, because once they do, they will proceed to not trust her because she was in custody, and they'll wonder what she did, and she can hide that as long as nobody knows. She wants to find the crash part of the cockpit with the luggage because she was transporting an important item that she wants to get hold of. You know, all those things have to come to a fruition answer that informs you about someone, and characters are the basis of all fiction, not places or settings. So those are the real things that can get you into a piece of writing, a piece of media, or a story. And they understood that, and they did it well across a huge array of characters. You remember those guys and what they were doing there and what was wrong with them, and all the interesting little tidbits that they put in. That was the good ass meat in Lost. The island was really just a framework by which you got to know some intriguing characters and what they had been like in their home lives before they got here, and how that translated into what they did while they were there. I remember at the very beginning, you see Charlie the musician, played by that hobbit. He was I think he was a really popular character. He had an amazing death scene that I still think about. It was really memorable. And as soon as they land on the island, he's like not bothered by it. He's fine. He's chipper. He like sings his songs. He's happy just to kind of be there and talk to people. And you're like, wow, he's handling this really well. And it's a good contrast with how serious and dire everyone else is. Although it makes sense that they are. Not Penny's boat, exactly. You remember that shit, don't you? Then they go and investigate where the cockpit landed.
Something tells me we're going to get along splendidly.
Oh shit! Thank you, Maniacal Cat. Thank you. I'm back with noodles. I'm in the middle of a hyperfixation talk about Lost for some fucking reason, because this happens every so often. I will just segue into Lost and I'll just start talking about it. Whoops. You find out that Charlie wanted to go with the two people trying to track down the pilot. You're like, oh, he wants to go? He's so laid back. Why would he, you know, be interested in a potentially dangerous mission to find the front of the plane with the pilot in it? He doesn't seem like the type who'd really want to find those answers, but, you know, he seems cheerful enough, so maybe he just wants to be useful. Maybe he wants to hang out with these people some more. You kind of brush it off, and then a bit later you find out the reason he came is because the cockpit of the plane is the chunk that contains the airplane toilet in which he was doing heroin when it crashed, and he wants to go back there and reclaim the heroin he needs, because that's why he's in such a good mood. And that's just great, because that's a twist, because you weren't expecting this fairly mild-mannered, nice guy to be solely focused on getting some drugs back and didn't care about anything else. That was a fun twist that gives you more depth being not one thing or another thing, but a secret third thing, which is interesting. And then you're like, oh, well, I guess that makes sense, because he's a musician and he's been very open about the fact that he was a semi-famous musician and their band where it was like having some troubles. Like, of course he's on drugs. That's the exact person who would be. So you could have expected it. So yeah, they know how to set all this out, and it did get really interesting. But being like, oh, look, these numbers keep happening because we, the writers, keep putting them in. That wasn't the interesting bit. That was jingling keys for suckers. That was. What are your thoughts about the first Locke episode and the reveal at the end? Can you remind me, what was the first Locke episode? I'm trying to remember. I've only seen it, the wheelchair. Right, the reveal is that he used to need a wheelchair and now he doesn't, because the whole time he's on the island he's not using it. Doesn't he not say anything? Doesn't Locke spend the whole first few episodes being mute, like he doesn't say anything to anyone? And then there's a bit where Kate looks at him and he looks at her, and everyone else is really worried about surviving and burying the other people who didn't make it. And he looks at her and he smiles, and he's put an orange peel in his mouth in front of his teeth. So he just smiles and it's orange, and she looks back at him like, what the fuck is that guy doing? That's so memorable. I think about that like so much. How to introduce a character and make sure that nobody understands anything about him. It's so funny. Like, you gotta give them some credit. I don't know what the credit's for, but you gotta give it to them. Anyway, what was I doing? I wouldn't call myself a fan of Lost, but it's interesting to talk about. Why are there so many buttons down here? Wasn't there a thing that was like, press the buttons in a certain order and then you will get 3 wishes? I've never ever seen Lost. It's like, I'm not gonna sit here and be like, oh, you should watch Lost, it's good. Did I fight this person? I did. Oh, right, yeah, I literally just heard this, okay. I think Lost was a very fun cultural event that a lot of people had fun with. Oh yeah, I was talking about making up like questions. The real problem is that although they were very, very good at writing the characters in it, and that's what was fun, it was fun to discover, oh shit, hi. Who is, what? Zhuangzi? Did that say Zhuangji? It was fun to figure out what they were doing with their characters and like where they came from, why they acted the way they did, and it all had cause and effect to it, which was good. However, they knew they had to have their plot go somewhere because they were putting so much background work into the setting of the island and what it meant and you know, they had other people who lived on this island and they had to explain that and why they were being evil. And then they kind of pivoted on that and went, well, they're not evil. They've just been doing experiments. And then by the time you get to the end, like the last 2 seasons, you've got that they discovered there's a nuke on the island or something that they had to try and disarm. Something like that. I'm trying to remember. I've seen the beginning a few times, and you could have killed him. I've seen the beginning like a bunch of times, and the end I saw like the once, and then I don't rewatch it, and it gets all timey-wimey bullshit. It does. What does this do if I do fire? Let's make you water. The very end of it ends up with them having 2 timelines running at once. Holy shit, I haven't seen that attack before, I don't think. The problem they had was basically they didn't plan ahead. They didn't. They were making up really cool character vignettes and then relating them in an interesting way for the first few seasons. And then they were like, well, everybody expects this to have some kind of huge meteoric arcane meaning to it. So we have to do that. So instead of being about the characters, I don't know whether I was a man dreaming I was a Dominoth, or whether I am now a Dominoth dreaming I'm a man. Okay. What? Okay, whatever. I'm gonna save it because I don't remember last time I saved. They had intentionally ruffled people up with the idea that the island was gonna have some sort of huge truth, like they were gonna find out something that would be.
Hey.
Okay. You would find out something and then it would be an incredible revelation and everyone would be talking about it. Back in those days, that's kind of the same period of time when BioShock Infinite came out, and the only thing anyone cared about with their media releases was getting everyone to, air quotes, talk about it around the water cooler together. You had to get people at their average jobs, like discussing what you had written, because that was the... Oh shit, Maniacal Cat wants the shiny Pokemon! Hooray! Okay, let's walk through that while we're on the... Okay, Maniacal Cat, do you have Pokemon Home installed on a phone? We will need to do a little bit of back and forth about it. You do? Yes. Okay. I'm going to load mine up. Would you be good enough to Twitch DM me your friend code? I'm just going to check. Is it called a friend code in this? Little soft dingy music in the background. Fantastic. So I'll get that DM and I will add you. I don't have Twitch open. I was Googling Professor Neroli. Okay. Okay, everything has to pause because the most important thing is that I get this Charmander to his new home. Alright, now I can actually continue a little bit. Brushroom can actually evolve if I find a rest spot somewhere. But this is a new area, so... God, these moths are just everywhere. What is that? There's another one. What? Pink tree? Twirligig? That's adorable. Okay, I'm doing like 3 things at once now, but it's fine. It's fine. Do a tiny little smack and then record it. Do we have plant type? Yes.
Recording.
The problem with Lost, I think, is that there were two audiences, those focused on characters and those focused on island mystery, and they never planned a way to reconcile that. That is an excellent way to describe it, yes. I also think that they gave the island mystery focused audience a lot more internal importance. They were like, well, it doesn't matter why we got the fans that we got. People really want us to resolve all these mysteries. The difficulty is, and this is the thing that I like, I've used this, I've taught creative writing before, and I've used this in Lost as my prime example. The problem with active questions is that they're very, very easy to invent. If you can just make shit up and present it as a mystery, and they got like extremely good at doing that. And like, when I say good at doing that, they knew how to present those problems and questions in a compelling way. And they were doing it in a way that implied they had those answers and that they would be revealed in due course. And they did with some of it. Like one of them, okay, Maniacal Cat, I am just adding your friend code. So I now have to try and talk and do letters at the same time. They were like, what was one of them? One of them was that some of the characters were seeing like a polar bear, and everyone else was like, there can't be a polar bear here. This is a tropical island, I think in the Pacific Ocean, right? There's no way that a polar bear would be here. So it's like, oh, well, why is there a polar bear? Is this some kind of non-physical place that doesn't really exist on Earth? And then it turns out that the reason there was a polar bear is that there were people who already lived on this island who were doing scientific experiments. Kat, I have sent you a friend request in Home. And they had captive animals that they were doing experiments on. I don't remember if any of the experiments ended up being justified. Like there was a reason why they were doing any of this, but they found like big cages that had animals in. I believe this is also why there was a horse lost on the island, and any other animal, maybe that huge boar that kept on like trying to gore all of them for some reason. There were a few episodes that was like, this giant boar keeps trying to kill us. And they tried to kill it so they could eat it. That's all I remember. But yeah, they had a satisfactory answer, and the answer was very grounded. There were people who lived here that experimented on animals, and those people aren't doing it anymore, and the animals have since escaped. So there are weird animals on this island. Perfectly normal way of solving it, but it wasn't mystical, you know? So for some people, if you had been riding on the idea that there was like a really deep mystical thing going on, maybe you were let down. I wasn't one of those people because I don't know, I didn't really see any of that as leading into an interesting answer, so I was like, okay, whatever. The numbers thing, I love how I've never removed this app from my phone but haven't touched it in a year. If you've got any Pokemon in there, I guess it makes sense to just keep it. All right, I am now opening the trade with you, Kat. If you could, I think you have to do it on your end as well. And we're almost there. I will send you this Charmander. You can send me absolutely anything that you happen to have. The only rule is that you cannot send me a shiny because I'm trying to reduce the number that I have. Do you know how many shinies I still have? If I look, whenever I randomize my next shiny, I tap the tag in my boxes for shinies, and I have like very close to 200, and it's not going down. You guys need to step up your game and adopt more Pokemon because I have 200 spare ones. Okay, what did I get? They were crudely made target practice dummies, but have since gained sentience through unknown means. That's kind of horrifying. I don't like this anymore. What are these stats? I will turn up more than... Wait, what does that mean? He knows smack and wink. How are you winking at people? Tons of HP, tons of defense, no attack or speed. Okay. Sure. You go in storage. Oh, sorry. I couldn't, like, pass what you said. Sorry, my brain's kind of... I don't know. I see what you mean. Thank you. Let me just... am I painted? Yes. Let's kill this thing. I think I have this right. I think, Kat, you need to open me in the friend screen and then hit trade. Oh, there we go. Now I just need to grab the Charmander. I need to spell Charmander. Come on, you know what a Charmander. You know it's me. You know it's me, phone. Charmander. I've got a bunch of these. Okay, which one was the one that I had up on screen? It's a careful one. Let me see. Careful. There it is. There you go. Okay, I'm offering Charmander to Maniacal Cat. I have got like a couple more of these, so if anyone... How did I not get notified? If anyone else watching this now or later wants a Charmander, there may be one in the future. A Furfrou! Thank you! What's in here? Okay, well... I don't trust like that. Did we do anything this stream? Did I get anything done? I guess... Hello. I guess it's fine. I was coming in with a slightly shorter stream than usual, and I was just kind of what's the word? Sorry, no, hang on. I need to think of what is the word? I'm gonna get it. I'm gonna get it. I'm getting tired. Reconditioning, reevaluating, when you get used to something again, after having a little bit of time off, because I was about to say my eye exploded. My eye didn't explode for once. My eye was put in its place by lasers. It did it. I just didn't see the end of it. It said to me a communication error occurred. Tired? Need coffee? Gang? Hang on. Did it work? I don't think it worked. Oh, thank you, Soul Wasman. It was reacclimate. I have the Pokemon though. Hang on. Oh, my game's gonna reload. I think it got really confused. But I swear to God, I'm not doing anything shady. Pokemon Home just got really, really beside itself. But these are actual real Pokemon that I have ended up with through normal means, mostly Pokemon Go or something like that. And I do not cheat or clone or anything. They're just real guys that I want to do something with. I can't believe... yeah, that was the word I wanted and it just wasn't happening. And that's how I know it might be time to wind stream down. It is nearly time. Yes, I'm going to wait for Veggie Beal Tail to get going and then I will drop you guys off. I'm going to just double check in the home. I should have this Furfrou. I got the Furfrou from Go. You can't send it to any games. Hang on, that's really funny. For a second, I thought the Carniviper was a bootleg. Let me check. Yes, the trade did work. I have your Furfrou. Met in Pokemon Go in 2023. Games it can travel to. None. That's hilarious. Thank you for sending me an unusable Furfrou. Wait, the Furfrou must be in Legends Zar, right? It must be. Because Furfrou was introduced in Carlos. So they got to put it in that. So once they activate home compatibility with Legends Za, the Furfrou would be able to go somewhere. Surely, right? I'm just gonna smack. This guy having a 2-turn thing. Okay, no, actually, I need to evolve him before I end stream. Anyway, I need to... I need to put that... Close this one. There we go. So the Charmander has been claimed. Thank you, Maniacal Cat, for taking the Charmander off my hands. I genuinely do appreciate it, because I want these guys to find new homes, which means that next stream I will be coming back with a new shiny. And for people like Maniacal Cat who might be new to the process, I randomize one of the shinies from my collection for every stream if it was claimed in the previous. So you never know what's going to show up. But it's every single stream you can come along and claim a new shiny. I want to rest, but I don't want to go all the way back. Maybe it's not that far. Is there a... This is new music. Is there a campfire anywhere near here? This area is sort of closed off. I wasn't going to get Zar, so at least maybe it can leave home finally. I'm going to be honest. I might not use it, and I might... Oh, are you kidding me? I might not use it, but if I'm gonna release it, I'll send it to ZA first, and then I'll release it into the wild so it can live in a new environment that's suitable to it. Yeah, as Soul says, there's a lot of different Pokemon that I have, but there's a pretty high chance of it being a Magmar. Because I think there was a community day once, and for some reason I had the best community day of my life, and I had like 8 shiny Magmars that are now living in my phone that you can adopt. I wanted to rest and get... What are you? That's cute. Twirligig Frenzy. I can't tell what the other thing is, but I don't... That's not a bootleg, right? There's nothing outlined or in red. Thurstation? Thirstaton? There's gotta be a rest point somewhere without backtracking. There it is. I knew it was around here somewhere because there hadn't been one for a while. All right. We can end stream at this gorgeous cherry blossom camp. I will rest. You know, the more I play this game, the less sense it makes that people complain about having to go all the way back to town and rest. Because I've got so much wood, why would you not heal? Do you think the monsters around here are afraid of fire? I've noticed they don't seem to attack us whilst we're camping. Or maybe it's just bad monster etiquette to attack humans while they're resting. I don't know. I don't know about that. Anyone who collects a full team of shiny Magmar gets modder privileges. That's not true. Alright, let's find out what this sweet little painterly mushroom is going to be. Oh my god! Well, now it's not cute anymore. Now it's just depressing. Hang on, so it's Van Gogh, but who also is a mushroom, but who also is a ninja. Felix, are you okay with this? Are you gonna let this stand, Felix? I don't know anymore. Okay, well, hang on, I'm just checking. Okay, yeah, we are gonna be good to go for the raid in just a bit. I think they're just setting up. I'll let them do the setup. What else can we do? It's a fun design though. I like the moustache. I'm not gonna say it's not a fun design. I think this game has a very interesting theming with how it is very, like, more than willing to put in humans from history? Literal just people? Diogenes was here? H-Bomber guy was here? Darwin was in there somewhere? It's probably the biggest thing that separates it from the feel of Pokemon, just like, hey, this is Aristotle. No. Ugh. How to kill Twirligate. Oh god, look at him. Anyway, don't head off to Veggie BLTL yet, because they are still getting ready and you'll miss this incredible Twirligig fight, and I am going to drop you off as soon as they get going, so don't worry about it. Oh, there's Desperation. Are you okay? Maybe you got like real good now. Fun go. Doesn't work if you say the name the way that I did. Okay. Okay, does this do anything? Does that stay there? Cause some of the shortcuts I've found just left. Maruki? The pint-sized Dominoff rumor. I remember that. Someone did tell me about this. Train that passed by underground. Oh yeah, we were talking about Lost because we were talking about the idea of New World being like, what if it's a purgatory? What if everyone died? Clearly there's a reason why Felix, sorry, it looks like that scientist is standing on Felix's head. There must be a reason why he said that. That is not a throwaway detail. That is, as we discussed, that's an active question. So him having mentioned it is something that pulls you more into wanting to keep playing to find out why. Felix used to have a scar before he was isekai'd, and now he does not have that scar. Now that opens kind of a can of worms. That's actually such an important detail. It's a little jarring to hear it in an aside of dialogue like that. Has everybody here arrived in, let's say, perfect genetic form without things that were gained during the experience of life? Because that extremely clearly points to this being like, there's like two branches. Either we're dead and we're in some sort of afterlife where we have to figure out how to do something. I did I think mention, like, what if the monsters were also people? The people who've been here for like a really long time have turned into monsters. I can't remember where I was going with that one. The second branch is like, it's kind of a dream, I guess. This is a dream sequence of a sort. But what he's implied is we're not our true physical selves. I know he said this wouldn't work. What are we looking at here? I didn't know this was an isekai going into it, and that's honestly one of the more interesting aspects to me, because it, once you know it, it's key to the setting. And it's not something I expected, but at the same time, don't leave me alone. Leave me alone. The implications could be, is that a church? I'm just wandering around. What was I going to do? Something in this area. Do. What do you mean, Snurch? Where are the snails? You can't just invoke Snurch like that. There's no snails. I wish there were. Is there a snail-based monster? Oh, that's water. Oh, this is a marsh. Hey. Hey, what are you? What are you? There's two new things! Okay, don't worry about it. We're gonna catch these 2 things, and then you're gonna be dropped off at Veggie BL Tail. I don't even know what they're playing over there today. I actually have no clue. Just light attacks on them both. Freaklet, straight up goopin'. That's another great raid message. How come sometimes I'm like, I'm desperate for a raid message because funny things didn't happen in game as much. And sometimes I get 4 really good ones. All right, you bite the trap worm and you record. It's an earth type. I've got 2 of those. Maybe I might as well. Straight up gooping it, and by it I mean, I don't know. I really didn't know. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I don't know. Oh God, I died. You killed me. I can't say this thing is particularly endearing, but like whatever. I got one. Okay, I need this gooplet. I need it. I'm gonna name it Gooplet. I like this thing. I don't like that it kind of has boobs, but... Poison? Poison... Am I jumping the gun doing it this early? Whatever.
Recording.
It's okay. It's 100% chance. It's fine. I don't like it's a belly button. Now that you've mentioned it, neither do I. Great job, Doggles. Ow.
Rad.
Yippee! Oh, that's his voice. I don't think I'd heard Felix's voice much. Gelatins form when unlucky pawn deads fall into swamp water and can't get out. Wait. Did pawn deads turn into this? Over time, their bodies break down. Maybe not. Maybe that's just a natural, like... Okay, I like the goopy whatever. We'll have to check on that guy later. I wonder how many more monsters there are out there I haven't seen yet. There's definitely like a few. What the hell's Bear Hug? What the hell's Bear Hug? How did we poison it? I wasn't... Okay. Bye. Yay. Okay. Wait, is Deville? How do you say the name of this thing? Deville is 4 stars. Okay. Well, there we go. I am going to drop you guys off with my friends Veggie and 5. We're gonna wrap up, so I'm gonna write my goodbye massage. That's my Blue Sky. If you would like to check it, I try and post a weekly schedule so you know when I'm streaming. That was fun. I'm really glad to be doing this again, and straight up gooping it. That's a great one. I think, okay, you can choose the raid message of your choice. Straight up gooping it is really good. There was a really good one earlier. I like this. I'm gonna use that one, but I'm not gonna I can't tell you guys what to do. I am gonna tell you to go watch my friends, but when we get there, you can say whatever you want, really. So thank you so much for joining me today. Wait, it's /raid, not exclamation raid. And yeah, straight up gooping it is really good. I'll be back on Sunday. On Sundays, I always play our special ongoing game of Sims 4, where you are allowed to use channel points to influence how I play the game. And last time a guy died, so I'm just putting that out there. Sometimes things get really, I mean, it's like lost out there. Goodbye everyone. I'll see you on Sunday if you want to come by for that, and if not, next week more Cassette Beasts. And I don't have the mental capacity to think about anything else I'm doing. If it were good.